Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Because I got a new microphone and I'm not sure if it's working, but I see a thumbs up from my guest, so I'm assuming that that is a yes. Let me just double check to make sure that it is hearable. Then we'll get started. But in the meantime, hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I'm stealing RuPaul's bit. My name is Sonia, and this is What's Playing, my bi-weekly online show on Onaire's Twitch, where I talk to artists, DJs, musicians, and other music industry adjacent people about the music that they're listening to, what's on their playlist, guilty pleasures, and more. My first episode was 2 weeks ago. It's coming through my computer, not the microphone. Oh, let me change that real quick. Sorry, how about now? Better? Worse? Well, if the microphone doesn't work, I'll figure it out for next time. Maybe that's just the mic. Well, it's possible that it's just the microphone because this is not an expensive microphone. But I might be able to get a better one. But anyway, my name is Sonia, and I'm a DJ, artist, musician, writer, etc. Currently based in Daegu, South Korea. I used to be in Toronto, where I started doing this show on my IG, and it has since evolved to be a bigger show on the Onaire channel. So this comes to you every other week, every other Wednesday, and for me it's a Thursday, so it's going to be 8 p.m. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Wednesdays Eastern Time, or 8 a.m. Korean Standard Time. So it's weird because ever since I moved here 3 weeks ago, I've still been living in 2 different time zones. So today I had to stay up from 1 to 3 a.m. to go to do a call, and then I went back to bed and I woke up at 7 to be able to do this. But it's okay because it's worth it. So I'm very excited to introduce our guest. My guest this week is somebody, the first person that I ever met who has the same birthday as me. So that's very exciting, and that is in a few weeks. If you want to take our PayPals and send us money for that, let us know in the chat. Always appreciate some donations. So this person, I think, is an amazing DJ. I think she's a fantastic producer. So without further ado, let me read the full bio up here on my phone to introduce my guest properly. DJ Girl was born in Metro Detroit and initially started her musical career as T-Chan, creating Detroit-centric bass music with a cartoonish and experimental edge. Over the course of several years, she received love from the underground for her 3 T-Chan releases, after which she started giving the Midwest techno experience to many cities in the US and Canada. She started the mix series Terrible Tuesday on Datafruits in 2017 and has since kept it up weekly. In 2018, she started her own label Eat This, which became a collective over the course of the Panini, and has since dropped over 24 releases and connected many artists across disciplines and regions. In 2021, she released SLSK Tracks on Planet Euphorique, which has since become an underground classic. Currently, she's in Austin, Texas, and is always on the move and ready to rip it up wherever she goes. Let me add in the banner and let me bring in my guest. Super excited.
Hey, am I here? Can you hear me?
I don't know why my banner is not showing.
Oh no.
Through my video, it's showing, but I can't see the video through it.
Damn, that sucks. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you. That's weird.
Hmm.
Hang on, let me see. Because last time it worked. I don't know why it's not working this time.
Nice dry read though.
I did my best. I'm trying to do my special voice. Maybe we'll just do us two talking and I'll hide this thing. Maybe we can just do this for now.
Yeah.
And we can show your name.
Cool.
Show the names. Well, we can post in the chat and in the comments later. Unfortunately, the banner is not working this time, but that's okay. I think with all these live things, you always have to have a little room for error. So I appreciate you all being patient with me. This is a little bit better. So how are you? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm doing all right. I'm having a slow day. I've just been like organizing music for this thing because like I've been doing a whole bunch of shows like in a row like here in Austin because everyone here just like kind of like loves me. So I just like I've been trying to like organize stuff, and then also I'm really horrible with remembering track titles and bullshit, which is really funny because I'm a DJ. So I just like I'd be like, what am I listening to? What have I actually been listening to like recently? So I've just been like doing that. Been eating bananas, drinking these Mike's Hard buddies.
Oh, sometimes I feel like I'm bad at organizing my music too. Like I know that every DJ has their own different system on record box, but mine is just not it. Like
Mine's like the collection of like a whole bunch of other different ways of doing it, just all slapped together, and just it doesn't work. I've
do
like
you make
changed
a
it. So
separate folder for each event, or do you do it by like genre?
that's what I try to do. I try to do it by like event, because that's just like the easiest way for me to do it. Because I hate like having like a whole USB with all my bullshit on it, even though that now I actually like have a USB with all my bullshit on it. It's just like nice to have just like, okay, I'm only playing 90 tracks possibly for this whole entire show, and like I don't know, it just like makes you think like a little bit better. And I've been doing it like that since like I've been doing shows like about
Yeah.
that makes the most amount of sense. I do stuff by genre. Like I have my electro folder, which I always dig into, like a whole bunch during my sets and stuff. And and then everything else is just kind of just scattered in garbage. Like I'm really not that neat and organized.
I always feel like because I'm a Virgo, I mean, and so are you, that there's like more pressure to be more organized. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like I'm the bitch to like it's clean, but the mess is under the bed. Like that's under there.
Exactly.
So like from the outside it looks really good, but only I know what's beneath the surface.
If you look like you know what you're doing, people think you know what you're doing. And that's what I've learned the most throughout life.
I agree with that. You can do anything with confidence and nobody will ever stop you. Like I've seen TikToks and videos of people just going behind the counter at McDonald's. You can do whatever you want if you do it with like gusto.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Like I've actually even like especially like when DJing recently, like because I don't know, like when I came back for my first show, like I just like felt it, like I was just like fucking ready. Like it was. Can I swear? By the way, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
allowed.
I'm
Okay, it's not
sorry.
a privilege show.
I'm lower class. But, like I was just like like ready to do it, and like it was like a room full of, like 200 people, and I was just like, oh shit. And I don't know what it just like came into me. I just started like yelling at the audience and just like DJing like really fast and stuff like that. And even like at moments like where like there was like one moment that I train wrecked because like I was just getting like too hot, because it was like at least like 100 degrees in that building. It's like Texas, like it was like hot and sweaty. Like I just like kind of like lost myself, for a second, kind of got a little bit dizzy and train wrecked a blend. And I literally just like screamed over it, and everyone just started screaming back at me, and we just kept going. You just gotta do it with gusto. You gotta do it with
That's the best recovery ever. Usually when I train wreck, I just do it again so people think I did it like to be artsy or experimental on purpose. I'm like, oh, this bend sucked. Let me do another one badly so people think that like, this was a choice as opposed to just me not paying attention.
I'm experimenting.
Yeah, it's called dissonance. It's an art statement.
Juxtaposition, baby.
Exactly. Do you find that? I mean, I feel like I train like a decent amount, and you have to get comfortable with it if you're playing live. Because, to be honest, a lot of time when I go into a show, I have not heard the music before, or I've only heard it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, all right, well, let's just see what happens. And sometimes there's like random stuff that happens in songs that you don't prep for if you haven't heard the whole song. So you can't always control it. But I really like that element of surprise. Like I'm like, oh, like is this song gonna match? Like it matches in key and it matches in tempo, but like will it actually match? Let's find out. And I like that fear, that potential, like that potential of like screwing out because it forces you to really be in it, and really pay attention, I think.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the first couple of years of DJing, like that was definitely like just the most humbling shit ever. Because I've been doing like 160 stuff for like a while or so, and like literally just like having to learn how to train wreck in front of a crowd is just like really necessary, especially if you want to like really fly and like do anything like I don't know, creative or fun. You know, like you like, and those are really like the moments where you're like, I don't know, you learn about like the cool blends is like when you're just kind of just free balling and just like throwing track after track and stuff. I don't know. Also, like when I think of mixes too, like one big, like, you know, like I know I just like kind of joked about juxtaposition, but like that's like a really huge like point in like in my DJing and stuff like that is just like slapping two things that like literally like only I would think like slapping together, you know, and like I feel like a lot of people like play it like way too safe and don't even like think about that. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna blend techno into techno into techno into house into techno, you know, like forever. Yeah. You know, like, and I'm just like, let's slap a Gabber track over this garage track. Like, let's just go for
I love
it.
that. I think that the best DJs are the ones that are like not afraid to go outside of genre. Also, side note, I think I figured out how to fix my mic. I'm so sorry. Let me just
Ooh.
do this real quick, and then we can get back into it.
HD Sonia.
Oh my god, is this better?
A little bit.
Okay, well that's.
Oh, there we go. Yay!
Oh, okay, we did it. I'm so glad. It's my fault. I'm still new to like the streaming thing, and I'm definitely new to having like an external microphone because I'm always like an iPhone girl. Everything on the iPhone. So this is new. So thank you for everyone for being patient. Yeah, I feel you. It's back to what you were talking about. I think that the best DJs are the ones that are like not afraid to get weird with it. The best shows have played like a metal song or something like in the middle of the night, just like some randomness. And I think like some of the best artists even like have that element of fearlessness. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want. This is what I want to play because I want an authentic set. I don't want like a curated festival set of like what you think is the Beatport like top 100 or whatever.
Yeah, or like your idea of like what techno is, unless it's like I'm like in a dungeon on like so much ketamine, you know, like type shit. Like, you know, like I don't know, like time and place, but like everyone like really wants to do like the hard rave dance music stuff, but like really falls flat like as to like what was like, I don't know, like more of the fun aspects of like older rave stuff that everyone like aspires like to do and stuff, because, you know, back in the 90s they were just slapping like whatever the fuck like over each other, just like, you know, acapellas, you know, like just random, just get complete. They had no idea what they were doing. They were all just on drugs, you know, just like just slapping stuff together, trying to make stuff that would, you know, like pop at the rave, you know. So I just like try to like relive that experience, except not be on so many drugs.
That's the thing in the 80s and 90s. Like, not only were they not knowing what they were doing, but they also did not know how to DJ. Like, the technical skill stuff did not come in until later because nobody knew how to DJ. So you would go to the club in the 80s and 90s in like Detroit or Chicago, and you would listen to like the best like the best sound selector, but like the worst DJ. Like, all the transitions were messy. They play the same song like 10 times because the crowd loved it. Like, a lot of the things that were okay then, when house and techno music was like starting to become more of a thing, is totally unacceptable now. And I think it's so wild that technology allowed us to focus more on like technical DJ skills, I think sometimes more than the song selection.
Yeah, then actually, like, I don't know, DJing, like, which is just like an overglorified, like, you know, like having the aux.
Like, yeah, it's true. It's not that serious. People take it. I mean, I love DJing. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's one of my favorite things to do. But I do agree that insofar as like jobs go, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Do you find that a lot of the music that you listen to and play the same music?
Yeah, but just faster usually. Like, okay. I listen to like a lot of like just, I would say like electro and just like house and techno and like kind of gabber and just weirder stuff, you know, like on like, you know, that's like my comfort music, you know, like I listen I actually do like listen to like a lot of house and techno and like other people, you know, like that just kind of like use it as like a vehicle to get where they need to go. Like, it's just I've been such a dork about this shit for so long. Like, I've been like listening to like whole entire labels since I was like 14, you know, like this has just always kind of like been a dig. Like my like I was always like on the move like as a teen and like as a kid and stuff, and I just like didn't really make that many friends. And my mom was always just like she it was only my mom, and like there's three of us. She was like, y'all ain't going outside like ever, you know, like never. Just like, I do not want my babies hurt, you know. And so I just like learned to have fun like downloading music on the internet, like. And so it's just like it's the same skill. Like, I've been using SoulSeek since I was like 11. Like, and it is like really fun. Wow. Yeah, it's funny to think about that because it's just like back then I was just like, I want the newest metal album, you know, I want the hardest metal album I can get, you know. And now I didn't realize I was like building like a whole entire skill and repertoire and understanding, you know, like while doing it. Like,
and making these connections like between music as well, because now you have like such a past with different genres that you can make those connections now.
Yeah.
To other genre. I mean, that's amazing. I've actually never used SoulSeek. I'm afraid of it.
It's fine. It's
It
it's actually
seems
really safe. Like you would be.
complex.
I have no idea why it's like so safe. Like it just like you think that something like that would be like laden with viruses and just like horrible stuff. But the worst thing it gets like a bad rip. It's all just like other dorky DJ nerds. Just like sharing music with each other.
I
Like
should get on it. Because I used to like use LimeWire when I was a kid, but all that shit ever gave me was like I'd try to download like a My Chem song, but it would be like a Soulja Boy song.
yeah. Oh my god.
Wasn't he like the one that started doing that? Like, didn't he get his music poppin' because he started uploading his music under different names onto
Did he?
like torrent websites, and so
That's
everybody
genius.
ended up having Soulja Boy tell him like or whatever the song was. Not Kiss Me Through the Phone, the other one. Crank that.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Oh, I'm just trying to download some Nirvana. You.
No, it's always gonna be a Soulja Boy song. Like you never get the song that you want. You always get Soulja Boy. Sometimes you get Linkin Park.
Oh my god. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I miss that, but like I don't know, Soul Seek is definitely like not like that. It's like really like it's like for like the techno loser. Like it really is. It's for the person that like has that just like likes downloading stuff compulsively and like organizing it. Like that's what a lot of these people like just kind of do. And I do buy music, but I'm very much like an advocate of try before you buy. I've always been. And also I'm just really broke too. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just really broke.
Man,
But
I
you
will
should-
say, ever since pandemic started, I've spent way more money on music because I'm doing more mixes than I'm doing shows, which means that since there's like a hard copy of the track list, I don't want to reuse songs too much. So
yeah.
for every mix, I'm buying new music, and like it
It
adds up.
hurts.
And I don't mind because I'm getting like a bigger library, and I can use these songs when I play out. But I have been spending way more money than I expected, and mixes are unpaid.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, it's so bad. Honest, I literally just tweeted like 20 minutes ago, like, can I borrow $50 like to go buy stuff on Bandcamp? Like I'm just like keep finding stuff today. I'm just like, damn, I want that. I just like don't have like $50 for 5 releases right now. Like
Yeah, I
I'm like,
always have like a cart on Bandcamp, and I'm like, oh, money.
yeah, that was just the infamous Bandcamp cart, just like $1,000 in purchases. Like my one friend is like that. So like she like will have like like $1,000 like in her cart and just like kind of just like looks at it and just picks off stuff like every once in a while like but to buy. Just like it's so true. I'm just like looking at that, just like damn, there's one big cart.
Oh my god, it does add up, but it's also nice to support the artists and stuff.
Yeah, and also it's good to just like I don't know. I like that. It's important. I don't know. Yeah.
In terms of like music discovery, where do you like look for it? Like I know you mentioned SoulSeek, but is there any other way? Like I'm assuming you're not the type to listen to like the Spotify playlist.
No,
Although
I actually don't use
for me, it's a bit
Spotify.
of a-
I don't use Spotify.
For me, the Spotify playlists are a bit of a guilty pleasure. They have a
Oh,
couple
I don't.
that I'm really into. There was one that I used to listen to called like Bunker or something, like very like Berlin wannabe style playlist, but the tunes on there were good, but they never updated it. Like I listened to it once and I came back to it like months later and it was still the exact same playlist.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't use streaming at all. Like it's just not something that I do. Like because I've just like I've like had like a way of just like doing it for years and years. And like by the time that like Spotify and all that stuff was like coming out, like I already had like 500 gigs of music like on my computer, so it just like I didn't like like need like that. Right. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the interface. I don't like how they can just yank stuff off. I don't like just like it's not what I look for like when I go and find music. But like a lot of what I do is just like SoulSeek and then just like just surfing on Bandcamp and doing all the Bandcamp recommendations and stuff. But mainly like I kind of I'm trying to think of how to explain this. I need to make up a word for it. But like I'll look up just kind of like just abstract terms, or like the wrong name of an artist, like let's say like I'll look up Chris like Liebling opposed to Chris Liebing,
Right.
and like
what does that
because
lead you to?
that leads you to other people's I don't know, just like especially on SoulSeek that leads you to people's like folders and stuff, And thing is like you're not looking for like a release sometimes when you're actually digging, you're looking for a folder, and so like if it's like someone's like like literally like like look up like just like I always like whenever I'm like for like free techno, for example, I just they have a word for it called mental, which is like mental with an e at the end of it. And so I just like type in mental, and you get everyone's mental folder. It's just like it's like a mess. But like it's just like. Or like I vaguely look up techno or Berlin techno, just like because some person has a folder out there that has that name on it, or like like some shit like that. Like one time I literally looked up Unst, and someone literally had a folder like called Unst Unst Unst. Like it was.
Is there good stuff in the folder?
Oh yeah, but it was all like it was all like 2000 stuff though. That's also like the other thing. Like you don't know what people have. I don't know. I definitely dig. Like that's just like more of like I don't like having stuff tailored to me. I like digging. I like having to find stuff. And finding something that is just like completely unknown, opposed to like
it's so rewarding. Like I love a good dig as well. And sometimes when you find something, I remember being, in my early teens and like really beginning to like have developed taste or whatever, develop my own taste and really start digging. And that like rewarding feeling of finding a band that like your friends didn't listen to is frankly incomparable to anything else. It's a really like nice high.
Until you only listen to bands your friends haven't heard of, and then you just become a weirdo.
Yeah, but I was so annoying when I was in high school. I was so like protective of my music. I was like, nobody can know what my like secret band is because I'm the only one with this like exquisite taste. And now I'm like, I'm gonna tell everybody what I'm listening to all the time.
That's so cute. I love that. I love that so much.
I was just so annoying. I think a lot of my friends were like this, to be honest. Like we would share our like play, because you remember when iPods first came out and you used to be able to like take your iPod and go to your friend's house and plug in your iPod to their iTunes and get their library as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
But then Apple figured that we were doing that, and they were like, no. Then they put like some kind of lock on it, so you weren't able to do that anymore.
And this is why you pirate stuff, because like just like that, like all the DRM stuff, just like I don't know, they only want one person to have like one thing, and only like have like one purchase equal. Like I don't know, music's about sharing. Like like if there's anything that like it really is like like DJing is very much about sharing. Like unless you're a dork or a jerk, or like some shit like that.
13.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not fun to like just like have everything like locked away like that, and that's why like I just like I don't know like freedom. I also still buy records too. That's also another thing. Like I love digital digging. I love like physical digging. And I really can't stop myself with records. I've been also like buying records since I was a teen. Like I don't even have my collection or like a player or anything. I still just bought records like last weekend. Like.
So have you, since you've been in Texas, have you checked out any record stores?
I've only been to Breakaway so far, and they're really really cute. Yeah. Oh, they're like honestly like adorable. Like it's like they have like an old 50s like style like logo, and it's like mainly like a rock store, but they had like a little dance music section. They had like some really weird snags. Like actually, wait one sec.
Yeah, let us see. Show and tell. Show the class.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh. But yeah, like honestly, also just like another like really good thing that I have also learned going across the U.S. is you don't want to go to the record store that you think is the good one.
You want to go to like the random record store, like in the alleyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, like I found this. It's like this 808 State, like there.
That's sick.
It's Let Yourself Go, and then with Deepville. This one's really really good. Like, and this was like $4. Like
wow.
It's like $5 on the internet, but still like like really really cheap.
Records in the States are much cheaper than in Canada. I haven't been to any record stores in Korea yet because I just haven't found any in Daegu, and I haven't had a chance to go to Seoul because the COVID stuff is so high there.
You should go get mini discs. They got mini discs over there, right? You should go find mini discs.
I should get some mini discs. But like the records are really cheap. I remember when I went to go play that show with you in Detroit last year. I went to Paminar Records.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're getting the name wrong. You're getting the name wrong.
I am getting the name wrong. I'm so sorry. I'll find it and put it in the chat later. But I went there, and the records were like $10 each. I couldn't believe in Canada vinyl was like $30. I was like, oh.
That sucks. Well, it's also just because the U.S. has been like like a music place like for a while.
Yeah.
So like of course like if in Chicago you're gonna go find some stuff
Yeah.
or like let's say here in Austin same deal. Even though this is like very much like Hodunk rock and roll town like even though that it really tried not to be. But yeah, also found this, which I was like, I kind of shrieked. Like KLF were like one of my first kind of bands. Like I remember telling my dad I was listening to techno, and like I haven't talked to my dad in forever, but like it was like one of the like I remember talking to him like about like getting into techno. It's just like wait right here. And he and he comes back and he has like the KLF White Room on cassette, and he's like, "Here you go." And like after that, it was just like kind of history. Like I was just like, "Oh god, this shit's so cool." This is like a cheesy like bit. It's like the Doctor Who theme, but I don't know. I just like saw it and it just like muted it.
That's sick. That's awesome. That's a good find.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was close to the heart. And this one's the funny one. Oh, it's it. It's like like let's see if we can actually this guy. This one right here, if you can read that, it says this is penis. It's like a 90s like a New York house like ballroom track, and it's like I forgot like which track it is, but it's like a spin of like a very popular track, and the dude just keeps saying penis over the record, and it's really really funny. Like,
I love a good comedy song. It's like it's necessary sometimes.
It does have the acapella.
Okay, good. So you can layer that penis vocal on.
Yeah, penis. I was like scratching. I was scratching with it the other day at like my friend's house. Like it was penis. It's so funny. Like
what a gem! Like, how did you find that? That must have required
bargain bin. Like always gotta go for the bargain.
But that's priceless. Why would that be in the bargain bin?
Because people don't know any better. They just don't want to listen to the record, like at all. Like it's really amazing, like what you can find in, like bargain bins and like just like weird rock stores and whatever else.
What's the best thing you found in like the dollar record bin?
Best one I found, the dollar record bin.
Or like I don't know if you guys have them down there, like because we in Canada, all the record stores have like a dollar bin.
Yeah, most stores do. So not the dollar bin, but like in terms of just like stumbling across records, just like by accident. I used to my high school had a radio station, and I was like part of the music staff like on it and stuff. And like, so I would always be like after school and just like chilling in the, like in the studios, and just like,
the high school had that.
Oh yeah, no, it was a high school from the 60s. And it was like one of the few areas like at the time that, like they didn't have like a local radio station at the time, so they just plopped it down at the high school, and they brought it like into commission again, like in the 70s and 80s, and further on. And like I ended up like getting into it, and that was kind of like my first, like being forced to skim, like was something that I had to do, because we would literally get promos, like from like like the promo companies and stuff, and have to go like listen to 10 CDs, like at a time, and stuff, and that's how I learned how to just like just quickly like go through stuff. But one time, like I was just chilling there. Like I was just like, I forgot what I was doing. I was like there after, like it was like a Saturday, like after school or like something like that. And one of the people that ran it was just like, "Hey, I found this bin in the back and it has records in it. Do you want to check it out?" And I was just like, "Yeah, totally. That sounds cool." And like I open it up and there's Japanese telecom, like the Gerald Donald project, like, and also like, what's it? I found like Thomas Chrome, Bitches from Hell. Like in there too, just like straight up techno, like just like
at
in this
school?
School, like, in this bin, like there was a jungle record in there, like it was awesome. Yeah, no, like that's that is like the one that's always like fresh in my head in terms of just stumbling across something that's like like really dirt cheap. Also, I guess I went to Amoeba too recently, which was really funny. I went to the Bay. They have like one in Berkeley. Hold on. I literally came here with no records. Why do I have records?
The thing with the records is that like they're just so heavy and they're so delicate.
It's an addiction. I just can't stop buying them. I'm just like, oh, cool. Nice record.
I used to be like that. Since I moved here, I obviously had to get rid of like a ton of my stuff. Part of that included getting rid of a lot of my records, which I will say it was hard because like I had so many memories attached to them, but I'm trying to like get over my like attachment of my emotional attachment to things, because like memories. However, I'll
It's nice
never
to have
really
things.
like, not love the feeling of having like physical media. I've always loved buying physical media.
Yeah. Like, no, like for sure. I literally moved halfway across the country, and I only have a suitcase, So I understand. I was like that was actually kind of like the biggest like gripe I had with moving. It was like I kind of like
Yeah.
had to. I didn't really have a choice. It was just like, all right, I have to go to a place where I can go find stable housing, and I won't have to like pay a ton of money. So like I came out here, but like literally just like I don't have any of my stuff, And I was just like, I'm not gonna have my records. I'm not gonna like have my bed, It just like it's just gonna it just like I get it, but also at the same time, like I'm past that, like now, and it's just like oh, like
Like I can get new records now. It's okay.
I can buy new records. I can buy more. But what's it? This is actually what's in the most recent, really really good bargain bin find I got, and I had to keep the price tag on it. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, right here. What's it? The Hysterics, the Club
Hysterics.
Constructions. What's
Sick.
it? Night Slugs record for $6. Like, why? I saw that. I was like, y'all gotta be kidding me. Like, this is a classic. Like, like I don't know. Like, I remember like finding this one like online. Like on What TV and shit. Like back in the day. Like I don't know. It's just like really crazy just to like just see something that's just like and it's just like really dirt cheap.
A lot of people don't know what they have. It's what you said earlier. Like sometimes you go to these bargain bins and you can get like pretty sweet deals.
Straight gas.
Because people don't know what they're holding on to. And I think that's like the premise of all those shows. Like what's the not storage hunters, but like where they go to like garage sales and people buy like jewelry that ends up being really valuable. It's just like you don't know what you have, right? I remember I went to a record store in Toronto and I was like looking at the dollar bin, and a lot of times I buy them by cover, so I don't really like pay attention. I'm like, oh, pretty cover, I'll buy it because it's $1, right? Then I'll go home and I'll listen to them, and most of the time it'll be something good. So I bought this one because the cover was like very very pretty, and then when I took it home and started listening to it, it was like a really weird spoken word thing. But then I turned it around and I read the back, and it was like an anti-abortion anthem, and I was like, this was the incorrect record for me to buy. And the song / spoken word thing was like
anti-abortion
record, sweet angel baby, like they didn't know what they were doing. Just very like ultra religious theme with like a very heavy like anti-abortion POV basically. And I was like, oh my god, why would you like who's putting this on? Like what is the purpose of it? What was the intended audience?
Oh my god, yeah. One of my friends has some like that, but it was like an anti-drug PSA record. It was just like a speech that like some pastor like said and stuff. Like I don't know, it was just like really really like I don't know like what would drive anyone to press that to record, but apparently they're on that. Yeah, like why? No one's gonna buy this. Oh yes, I want to buy a PSA on record. Didn't he say promotional uses only? Like it's just like literally like probably at a store or something like that.
Yeah, it was weird. What was my other question for you? I asked you what was the best thing you found. What's the most like pricey or like special rare record that you own? Doesn't have to be the one that you have with you, because I know your collection is back elsewhere.
So I hate it. I hate that it's this now. I really do. But I bought King Ghidorah. Oh, is it the MF Doom like record like back in 2013? I found it like at a record store in Maine. It was like $20. Like just really really cheap. And then after MF Doom died, I was just like, okay, I have to like hurt myself a little bit. What is it on Discogs? And it was like $324. Like why? I hate it when people do that like so much. Like I really, really do. Like I was really like attempted to write like an angry message to that dude, just being like, you're a dick for even doing this, or like scalping prices like this. Just like it's just wrong. Like I hate that that's my most expensive record now, but I've never letting that one go. Like ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Both of my MF Doom records are like actually. I have a KMD record. I don't have another MF Doom one, but even like that one's like $180. And I got that one for $15.
That's far that people like raise that price after somebody dies. I always thought that was crazy. Like I remember when Lil Peep died a few years ago, and his streams went up, like up by millions. And it's like, you guys did not pay attention to this person when he was alive, but as soon as it's like on TMZ that somebody died, now you're gonna listen. It just feels like cheap.
It feels really cheap. It really does. It's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. What have you been listening to these days? Like what's I don't know, what's your go-to the last few days?
last few days.
Just like the last little while. I'm not sure how often you listen to music.
So like I usually have a consistent schedule, but this year has been, even though it's been like kind of a successful year for me musically, like it's just been really fucked up, and I just like haven't like had like the ability to just like do myself stuff. I've just had to like survive and like live, and stuff. But like I've been like especially like because I have like all like the free time in the world here, like I can just like kind of do stuff. But I've been like trying to like listen to stuff recently. But like again, it's just like kind of been like comfort food, like so I actually prepared like a list of like stuff really quick. Let me see if I can actually like also like grab like YouTube links or something like that. But yeah, like so like the first one like I like to bring up is because I just I always have to like give pumps up to my man, like I would say I've been listening to the new DMX crew, like Overseer, like a lot. I really love DMX crew. He's always been like Dad Chamberlain's always been like a huge fave of mine. Just like if he wasn't married, I would marry him. It just like love all of this stuff. Just very I don't know, just comfortable to listen to. Hold on, like what's this one? Flash.
I love that you said comfort food.
That's like comfort food, just like listening to electro is like comfort food, just like it doesn't challenge me, it's not anything, it's stuff I've been listening to forever. I know what to expect, but it's just like I love it. It gets the juices going. I'll post this in Twitch chat.
That's how I feel about like listening to like if I want something just like I guess easy but still kind of fun. Like I listen to like really basic like EDM, and I'm like
Master Draft,
just like the regular like Zomboy, just like very basic festival EDM, because it is like it's like popcorn, right? It's like nice. It feels good to listen to it. I can enjoy it, and I don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah, but oh my god, shit. But yeah, so like just like like that really hasn't like been like challenging like me too much, but like I love electro. I play electro. I'll always spin it fast. What's it? So this dude has been like hitting me up over the years, and I never realized exactly like how I don't know, just like long standing like he was. His name is Sun People. Like he was like one of the first people to ever drop like a track like in a mix of mine. This is like back in like 2018, and stuff. Yeah. And I just like, I just never really thought much of it. And then like I stumbled across one of his records. It's like his new one here. Oh, it's Transitions. Hold on, let me just drop that link right there.
Oh, yeah, link in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so like this one's really cool. It's kind of like I don't know, like it's like footwork jungle-y stuff, but it's like really stripped down and like minimal, and it just like I don't know, just like it's been making the brain feel really good like recently. On top of that, I had no idea. Oh, this is an Exit Records deal. Oh, it's on Exit. Oh, that's why I like it. Damn. But I don't know. I just like I've been really liking this one a lot. Then like playing it back a lot. Just like it's just really comfortable listening. It's just like fast and minimal, and I'm all about the fast and minimal stuff.
Fast and minimal. That's the key.
That's the way. Key. That is yeah.
Do you have any? I mean, I know you just got to Texas not too long ago, so I don't know if you'd have time to kind of see what's local. But I was wondering if you had any local faves, either from Chicago, Detroit, that you wanted to shout out, or anybody that you listened to from there. Could even be pals.
Local faves. I'm trying to think of anything from Chicago recently. I actually kind of like stumped on that. In terms of like recent stuff though, I'll always give this bitch a shout out whenever I can. Oh, you dropped some new stuff? I have no idea. Oh, is it Aria Bear? She's like an artist that will be working with us very, very, very soon on Eat This. She's an absolute nutter sweetie. Like just like really kind of just I don't know. She's just like cute and like funny and just like kind of like dorky. I don't know. Just love the Area Bear. But she has like some of like the most like fierce like techno stuff. Like and she like sent us a demo like recently, and it's like really like off the chain, like psychedelic-y, progressive-y, like kind of like hard rumble kick techno, But I don't know.
Advanced news for future Eat This releases only on Twitch.
Only on Twitch. But yeah, no, I just like I just like really love her music, and on top of that, she's just like really nice and really fun. Like she's also in Stepsisters,
Okay.
the group with Mir and Doja, which she's also great too. Shouts out Mir and Doja.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, no, Aria Bear is like definitely like something I've been like really enjoying her stuff like a lot. Even more so because we're going to be releasing with her. But you know, I like at first sight, honestly, like with her at first like hearing with her stuff, like I literally had to like go track her down and be like, yo, you're awesome, like you're like really cool. Like I was just like blown away. Like
I love that. I think it's so nice to like just message somebody and be like, "Oh, I love what you're making. I love what you're doing."
I
I don't
always do
think people
that.
do that enough.
I always do. I make sure of it. Like I make sure just to like
Aw.
go message like just like, yo, you're fucking awesome. Like you like always. I
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice. If you're listening, you should, and you like an artist, even if you think they're not going to see the DM, send them a nice message because you don't know, that could really make someone's day. Like I get some nice DMs every now and then, and it really brightens up the day, especially when they're like unsolicited, right? Like somebody's just like, "Hey, I heard what you did, and I think it's wonderful." It's lovely.
Yeah, it is. I'll love to hear some stuff like that. So also on top of that, because like I pretty much like I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of like like just like the cruise like tracks recently because like like Eat This is like kind of like newer like as like a group collective deal,
Yeah.
so just still like getting through everyone's music and stuff, but Twofold really killed it. It's like she's like a what's it like a kind of club ballroom. We call it Mecca. Like she does like what's it like
Oh,
very like mechanical, like futuristic sounding like ballroom club stuff. That one right there. Oh, it's it. Tracks with Love. It is like seriously a classic. Like she just like dropped that out of nowhere, and like I didn't even hear any of those tracks. And like literally, it's so cohesive. It's
okay.
it's so beautiful. Like honestly, like I just ugh. Shouts out D, like for real. Like she's
You're
great.
really selling me on it. I'm gonna have to take a listen on my walk later today.
Oh yeah, no, for real. I like in my foundation mix, like I dropped one of her tracks like in there, and yeah, honestly, like yeah, love her so much.
What's like a guilty pleasure artist or track or whatever for you?
Guilty pleasure. Okay, so I wouldn't say guilty pleasure, but this is like I don't want to say like troll track either.
Yeah,
But like I've been listening
that feels
to.
mean.
Yeah, no, because I really do love her music a lot, but nothing popular, but with the Chris Corda, have you ever heard of her at all? Like it's kind of been like a I don't want to say a meme because I just don't want to belittle like the music because I really like it, but it's all like what's it like she's been like doing stuff in Berlin since like '95 and like all of her music like one of her first releases was called Save the Planet Kill Yourself, and it's all like house and techno, like really well made house techno and electro, but like it has like these really weird polarizing like lyrics like over it, like it just like doesn't fit it like at all. Like it's like I don't know, I just keep on showing people it and I feel like it just kind of like like every single time I put it on, but I just like I don't care, we're slapping to this like right now. But yeah, what's it like that album Apologize to the Future, like I've just been like playing it back and just scaring people with it, like absolutely
Nice,
scaring
good.
people with it.
I think that's key. I think that a good DJ will make you feel all sorts of things. Doesn't always have to be positive. Sometimes it can be fear on the dance floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Or just like I don't know, it's just like polarizing because it just like so especially like her newer stuff because it's like vocoded like vocal like stuff, and so it's like a computer like talking at you about like the world ending, but it's just like this really like simplistic like house beat or like like techno beat. I don't know. It's just like some real like crazy stuff that I've just been like like inflicting onto others, and a lot of people like in Ictus have been like we've all been just like been posting tracks of hers like daily. They're just like, oh my god, this one though, like just I don't know, she's like really wonderful. It's just like I don't know, I've been listening to her way too much. Like I should be listening to other stuff that's like important, but I've just been listening to Chris Corda, like especially like the past couple of days, and stuff, or the past couple of weeks. Yeah.
I'll be sure to check that out. When you DJ, do you prefer to listen to music that or play music that has lyrics or music that's like heavily instrumental?
I like heavily instrumental stuff. Words
Yeah,
make
you
no
don't like to go with the lyrics.
words make no sense to me, honestly. I'm a good talker, you know, and stuff, but like I don't know, just like processing words, especially like when someone is like singing them, it just makes no sense in my head. Like I have to like hear it 30 times over in order to like really clock it as words and clock it as like, you know, some
Dialogue.
I don't know, it's like that's why I just like never like really like pop music. You know, like at all.
Yeah.
It just like, you know, like it's just way too much mental work, you know, like for me to listen to because I'm just like trying to like decode what they're saying, you know, like while they're saying it and like, you know, like trying to like think about, you know, like what they're saying, you know, while they're doing it. And I just like that's not fun for me. I just like I need my simple like 3 chords in a stabber, you know, like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me a fucking 4 on the floor.
Yeah, please. Please.
What is a song that you play pretty frequently when you DJ?
Song I play pretty frequently.
It is, if there is such a song. Like I know that I have a couple that I like to whip out pretty regularly for live shows, just like
I have
tunes that
several.
I really love. So I was wondering if you had something like that as well.
I have several that I play out. I usually make sure to try to cycle stuff out a lot, just because like I don't know, just it feels like really kind of I don't know, just like annoying to always like play the same stuff. So I would say like the one that I've been doing a lot recently, and it's just because it's just like the easiest tools. I would say what is the name of this track actually? Hold on. Yeah, right there. Oh, it's a Tommy track by Darian. I've just been whipping that one out a lot like recently. But
Nice.
I don't know there definitely is like a whole entire like series of tracks that I have to say that are I call them like P-Chan classics. You know, just like I always like you know like just like whip them out. You know, like all the time. There was this one I used to always play. Let me go see if I can find it. It's called Space Invaders like Attack or like something like that. And it's just like it's like a I like you know like you know the sample and hold wave. You know like how that sounds. I always describe that sound as
Yeah.
like a computer thinking, like it's like just like a computer thinking track,
It's like the gears turning.
like you know, like just like stuff. I love it. I love it when the computer thinks. Trying
Sometimes it needs to think. Like, some computers are slower than others. They need more time.
trying to find it. No, it's not that one. Yeah, honestly, like this is like very much like a me thing where I just like have no idea what I actually like I'm talking about, like in terms of like track titles or like any of that stuff. I just like know sounds, you know. But like I've been like listening to like at least like dance music for, you know, like long enough to the point where it's just like it's hard to like you know just like clock everything that you know like you remember, you know. It's just like after a while, like I don't know, the words like stop like connecting with the sounds, you know, after you go through terabytes of music, you know, like it yeah.
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 Oh.
No, I found it. 1 sec. I'm gonna go look this up and go post it.
Oh, no worries. Look
Yeah.
for it. I'm surprised to hear that you use SoulSeek so often. I know I'm going back to that, but like I only heard about SoulSeek for the first time a couple years ago.
Really?
And yeah, somebody told me about it, and I was like, oh, this sounds too much like LimeWire. I didn't want to get like viruses or whatever, and I was scared of it because it seems complicated. But I feel like I don't know. It's nice because like you can get other people's libraries. Like you don't know what other people have. You don't know how other people classify things.
Yeah.
And I think that could be the fun part is that you could look for like, well, let's say you're looking for like techno, but what I think is techno to me could be a little bit different than what is techno to you.
Yeah.
In regards to like the level of techno that we're comfortable with, because like
Oh,
I
yeah.
found myself these days really reaching for a lot of like minimal techno stuff, but some people are always like, oh, I only want to play the hard stuff.
Yeah, or like you know, like someone like throws like Amelie Lens like in their folder, you know, like with everything else, you know, just like or I don't know, it just like I definitely feel that because there have been some times I've like downloaded like folders like that have just been like labeled techno and it's all like Beatport like tech house, you know, and some
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's the Toronto thing, right? That's the thing in Toronto. Everybody's like, I play techno, and I'm like, this is not
techno.
what you think it is.
I'm sorry,
I don't
honey.
think that you know what is happening here. And then right before I left Toronto, we started doing like people started throwing all these like under the bridge parties, which is so nice. it's like a throwback to like the early days, like very like
y'all have an
nice
under the
hard
bridge.
techno, right? And so I do have a little bit of FOMO looking at the parties continuing.
Y'all have like an under the bridge, or like I would say in Austin they have a place called the Tunnel. It's like literally like a tunnel like that people playing. Yeah, like,
it's literally under the bridge, but unfortunately the police found out about that spot. So I think the last couple parties that started happening there were shut down by the police.
Cheers.
Fairly early in the night, which is like, don't you have literally anything better to do? Like,
no, it's Toronto. Like y'all don't have like
dancing.
Yeah, y'all don't have serious gun crimes there, do you? Like the U.S. You know, like I don't know, like what are the Toronto police? You know, at the
y'all say the cops are just bored. They're like, well, let's just like fuck up a party.
Yeah, let's bust the kids and kick out homeless encampments and stuff. You know, like
that's about it in Toronto. They're like, well, we don't have gun violence, so let's let's just cause some shit.
Yeah, that's what they're there for. You know, protecting
property. The police
property.
are like, we don't have criminals. Let's be the criminals.
That's the cops everywhere.
Oh man. Well, we're running out of time, so I'm going to ask you my last question. I usually ask this to everyone before I leave, because I just think it's such a fun question. If you could listen to a song, an album, whatever, for the first time again, what would it be?
It would definitely have to be "Follow the Sound" by Bitch Ass Darius. Like, it has to be. Like, that's like kind of like, I don't know, like even though that dude, like, you know, like in a sense, I think is like, I don't want to say he's lame because I don't actually know him or anything, but it just like, you know, like I don't really like the trajectory of an artist that is just like, oh, I'm gonna have fun in my 20s and like, you know, be a cool DJ and do all these cool things, and then I'm gonna have a kid and completely like quit out of music. You know, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm like a no kids type person. Like, I'm just like, nah, just gotta. But like, it just, I would say like, it's like one of those artists, and like he didn't really like have he had like 3 or 4 records, and then he has like this one mix, you know, and it just like, I remember listening to it like when I was like 16, and it just like really just changed my perception of what DJing could be, because it's like, you know, like Detroit ghetto tech stuff, but it's like smashed together with like, you know, video game music, you know, and like popular rap, and you know, like there's like some drum and bass in there. You know, it just like slapping together like as many different things as possible, and like that, you know, definitely like influenced me like a lot. You know, like in how I do, yeah, and like how I do stuff, and yeah, so if I could like, yeah, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I'm just rambling. Just rambling.
I was gonna say, if you heard that for the first time today, do you think that you would react the same to it as you did? No? Do you think you would like it more or less?
It would probably be a different appreciation, but you know, like I would like to re-listen to it again for the first time. Yeah. That, and also what's it? That one Kalila EP, the one with the red cover one. Yeah, if I could re-listen to that for the first time, like, I would totally do that.
You have such a good grasp of like techno and house and like gabber and jungle. Like, you know so much about the music. Every time people come on here, I always expect us to end up talking about like our teenage favorites. So it's always nice to be introduced to.
Not with me.
I think it's awesome. I'm always inspired. Like I feel like I know some about music, but I love talking to people who have had the time to do really deep digging. Because sometimes I feel like I'll do deep digging, but only like really niche stuff. And then everything else stays like a little surface level. So I really appreciate like all these suggestions and all these new tunes. I'm really excited. And you know what? Maybe I will give Soulseek a chance. I'll overcome my fear.
You should give Soulseek a chance.
All right, DJ girl. Any final words before I take you off the screen and do my goodbye?
I don't know. All vegetables are good, and you should like them all. And I don't know. Hardcore will never die.
And what's your Insta again? It's @D_DJ girl, right?
_DJ girl, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just posting in the chat. All right. Well, let's say goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Then I'm gonna take you off the screen. Then I'm gonna do my goodbye. But thank you so much for being a guest here. This conversation was so much fun. I really appreciate it. Every time I do one of these, I end up being the person like hassling the guest for like 2 weeks, sending them constant links. So I appreciate your patience with me.
Yeah, no problem. Also, I also just miss you too. It sucks that I'm not gonna be able to see you like until like forever, like, you know, because you're in Korea land.
Okay. We'll see each other soon. I miss you as well. And one day I'll come to Texas, or we'll meet somewhere in the middle. And in the meantime, our birthday's coming up, so we
Yeah.
will be in contact about that to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. Oh, I think it's awesome that we met a few years ago just on Data Fruits, and we've kind of stayed pals since then. I really appreciate your friendship and your takes, but
Thank you.
I'm going to take you off here. I'm going to say my goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you again. How do I
Bye.
remove from stream? Bye. And now it's just me again. Thank you so much, Onaire, for having me. I really appreciate it from this platform. I really appreciate being able to do this. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone who's going to be watching the replay. All the links and stuff staying in the chat, so be sure to click those, check out the artists. Once again, I'm Sonia. You can find me online at Sonia_online, SONJA. This is What's Playing, coming to you every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or Thursday mornings, 8 a.m. Korean Standard Time. I know my viewers are not in Korea, but I am. So I have to say it because I am recording this from the future. And I guess that's it. Thank you for bearing with me in my technical difficulties. The next episode will be better and better and better and better. Thank you again. And stay tuned because Beats by More is doing a live beat making thing in about 2 minutes right after me. So stay tuned, stay in the chat, and I will see you in 2 weeks. I already have the guests booked and I'm super excited to introduce you to them. Hope everyone has a good day/night. Later.